7.99%, $689. I want you to present that to me, okay? And I'm gonna play the customer first.
Perfect.
So that way you can go through it. I want you to see how you handle it. Let's talk about it. And then I'll go through it.
Perfect. All right, Andy, got some excellent news. It's the price of the vehicle, what we're giving you today for your trade-in. Monthly payment's gonna look like this. Just sign right here and get the car into detail.
Yeah, there's no way I'm taking that for my trade-in.
Oh, okay, I understand. What do you think your trade-in's worth?
14,000.
And okay, all right. And is that based off Kelley Blue Book, or what is it? What are you basing on it? What are you basing that off?
I've just seen them selling for that all over. I did some research before I came in, just to make sure I got what I needed out of my trade.
Got you. So private seller, is that correct?
Uh huh.
So typically at a dealership, what you're going to be getting is trade-in value for your vehicle, because you know we're a business.
Shouldn't I just sell it outright then and come back once I sell it?
I mean that would take some time, but yeah, if you wanted to get the most for your trade-in, I would recommend doing that.
Just coming back.
No, yeah, I see what you said.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen, you can't let comments like that. Remember what I said? There's a funnel here.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, see this funnel?
Yeah.
This funnel. At the top of that funnel is an objection. Right?
Yeah.
That objection is about to get out of hand unless you calmly handle it and then pull it down, overcome it, and then close it. These objections want to get outside of the funnel. Don't let them. Do you see how fast you're losing me?
Yeah. Fast.
Well, why wouldn't I want to sell it outright? Whose job is it to answer that question?
Me.
Yours. Okay? So what do you have to do? You have to have something tattooed on your heart to sell it. Oh, that's a great idea. Have you ever sold anything outright on your own before?
No, I have not.
Okay, awesome. So that's an important question to ask, because I just helped my mother try to sell her vehicle, and she posted it online because my mom didn't want to trade it in. She doesn't. She wants all the money she can get for everything, right? Who doesn't? But everything comes with a price. And when she posted her number on the internet, and she has all these random people calling her and saying, "Can I come drive your car?" Then she thought, wait, what do you mean? Well, we want to come drive your car because we want to buy it. Cars aren't like homes. You don't just go and show them and look at them. You drive them around. Are you going to let somebody else go drive your vehicle around?
No.
You're going to go with them, aren't you? Do you want other people driving your vehicle around with you sitting in your car?
Until you sell it, right?
I'm asking you.
No.
Do you let people come to your house?
No.
What if you met them at the gas station? They're going to want to drive it before they see the value in paying for it. We have a term in the auto industry. It says the feel of the wheel seals the deal. Somebody drives something, they know that they want to own it. Okay? So in your state, you're going to need to let somebody drive it. Do you want someone else to take control of your vehicle and drive it with you sitting in the car?
No.
Then you don't want to sell your car outright. Because that has to happen for that to happen. Okay? But I'm going to show you other ways that we can do it so you don't have to do that, okay?
Okay.
You see how I just turned that back around?
Yes.
Are you thinking about selling your car outright anymore?
No.
Hell no.
Because it's basically like a...
Look, I just painted, listen.
You painted a terrible picture.
Right. You know what consequence selling is?
No.
Consequence selling is every decision you make is either going to have a good consequence or a bad consequence. Consequences, when I say, hey, describe consequences, you're like, those are bad. No, there's also good consequences. When you do things that are right, you actually get good consequences from them, right?
Yeah.
And then also you can get bad ones. Master closers are great at painting pictures for people about what your life could look like 3 weeks from now if you made this choice, and then also what your life could look like 3 weeks from now if you didn't make this choice. And guess what? I didn't tell you what to do, but I painted the picture and made you make the decision. There we go. Let's go back.
So after that, what if I still want, like, oh, can you give me 1,000 more?
Hold up. Okay? It's still your turn. You're still the customer. I mean, I'm still the customer. You're the salesman. I just wanted to show you that objection, well, why wouldn't I just sell it outright then? You said, well, those are private party. That's what they're selling for outright. And I said, well, maybe I just need to sell it outright. Couldn't you see a customer coming out and following that with that?
Yeah, definitely.
And then you're gonna be like, oh, well, I say, nah, have you ever sold a car outright before? Let's say they said yes. I'd say, awesome, how long ago was it? You see?
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago. Things have changed. Things have changed. Have you ever heard of the Facebook killer and the Craigslist killer? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I understand why that would be something you wouldn't Google every day or look up, but since we're in the automotive industry, we understand everything that has to do with vehicle sales. Okay? There's people that are meeting people at the gas stations and literally robbing them, killing them. Why, I don't know, but it's happening. Recommending you not to sell your car outright would be like, would you put your life in out of safety for $2,000? I wouldn't. That's just me, I wouldn't. Would you? Would you?
No, I would not.
You see how I just keep moving my head like this until you follow me? Okay? I'm pushing you to follow me. That right there, the Craigslist killer, the Facebook killer, that's real stuff. Like, this stuff has really happened. But I just say, hey, it's going on right now. And it's the truth. It is happening everywhere. Make people aware of it. What you pay for your safety with the dealer like us is big time. And let me ask you a question. You have a payoff on your car, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. It's not like you have a free and clear title in your hand. You have to go let somebody drive your car, meet them at a gas station or somewhere, go meet them at the bank, have them pay off your car. Just paint the picture of this, what this process has to look like. With me and you today, when you sign this, I'm paying your car off now. You see that? See, people pay for convenient. I always say this, when things are a pain, right? People make two choices in life, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, for pain or pleasure. Doing business with me and trading your car is pleasure. Selling your car outright sounds like pleasure, but now that I've explained it to you, it's actually pain. You have another payment coming up on your car, right?
Yeah.
Do you make that payment if you trade it in with me today? No.
No.
If you keep it and sell it outright, do you make that payment?
Yes.
How much is your payment?
$415.
So you lose $500 when you make that payment. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
See? You see, you're giving them reasons and excuses why they should continue the deal with you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna let you continue, but I tried to get out of the funnel and you let me out. Okay? Don't let me out the funnel. Okay? All right, let's start over.
Okay.
Present.
Andy, great news, man. Price of the vehicle, what we're giving you for your trade-in.
Okay?
This is what your monthly payment's gonna look like. Just go ahead and sign right there and we get the car into detail.
Yeah, there's no way I'm taking that for my trade-in.
Okay, I understand. What were you hoping to get for your trade-in?
14,000.
14,000. And where did you come up with that number?
That's what they're selling outright for.
Okay. So when you say they're selling outright for, do you mean other dealerships are paying for the car, or private sellers are buying the car for it?
Just I see them online.
Okay.
About there, same car.
So typically, Andy, that's going to be private sellers selling the car, person to person, and typically in those kind of scenarios, have you heard of the Facebook killer before?
No, don't come out that.
Oh, don't come out like that?
That's a secret weapon. You hold that.
Okay.
You could say, have you ever tried to sell a vehicle outright on your own before?
Have you ever tried to sell a vehicle outright on your own before?
No, but I'm not afraid to.
Okay.
It's a pretty painful process.
It's a pretty painful process.
There's a lot of safety.
There's a lot of safety issues.
Yeah. And obviously you have a lien on your car.
Obviously, you have a lien on your car.
Which means you have to let somebody go meet you at a gas station.
Meet you at a gas station. We have to drive the car around to see if we like it. Then after that, you got to go to a bank. You got to.
When's the last time you let a stranger in your car?
When's the last time you let a stranger in your car?
Never. And you're gonna start now.
And you're gonna start now.
You see that?
Yeah.
Trust me, you can't, bro. Be two-step. Look, this is a chess game.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm saying this, you're already here. Okay? Don't, listen, why magicians are so awesome to be around is because they pull a hat off their head and then pull a rabbit out of it. Okay? But if the magician told you, I got a rabbit in my hat, when he pulled it out, you wouldn't be surprised, would you?
No.
He don't tell you and then when he does it, you're wowed. Okay? Don't give away your secret tricks until, and these aren't tricks, they're not tactics, they're just, it's truth, it's facts, but it's strategy. Never show someone your plan. I don't have to go to the Craigslist killer deal or Facebook killer or meeting people at the gas station or doing all that stuff until you force me to go there with you. Okay? Because I don't need to get extreme, but there's a side of this deal and there's a picture I can paint that can get pretty ugly, but there's no need for me to paint it ugly if I don't need to. My goal is to try to keep you back in the funnel, and then if you try to run on me, right? It's like fishing. You get one on the hook, right? And sometimes they'll let you reel them right on in. But sometimes you get a fighter. And guess what they do? They try to go the other way. While you're reeling them this way, they try to run. So you gotta let the string out a little bit, and then you gotta start working them and pulling them back in. And you got a fighter. I'm okay with it. I'm still gonna get them on the bank. But guess what? Know what you have, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Not everybody's a fighter. So don't treat them like a fighter if I'm not acting like a fighter.
So only if you're acting like it,
Does
then
that make
I'll
sense?
go there. Yeah, that makes
Listen,
a lot of sense. They only get aggressive if they're getting aggressive. Well, don't get aggressive, but
You never change your state. You need to stay calm at all times. I need to see you relaxed, comfortable. Who owns this place? Whose store is this?
my store.
Who's the expert?
Me.
You're the expert, right? So if you're the expert, what do?
Guide them.
Yeah, and you advise them. And when you speak to them, do you hear the tonality in my voice?
Yes.
I'm moving it for you. I'm being quiet. I'm soothing with you guys. I'm not like, listen, guys, I'm going to tell you this. If you sold your car outright, could you imagine? Watch this. Could you imagine the difference? Guys, if you sold your car outright, I mean, there's a lot of safety things in there. I'm just going to say, my mom, she could have probably sold her car out for $2,000 more outright. But I refuse to have people meet her at the gas station and let somebody drive around in a car with her she don't know. My mother's never got in the car with a stranger, and she's not going to start now. And you notice I didn't even ask you if you want to get in a car with a stranger, but I used social proof for someone else that made you think for a second, would that be something I want to do? Let's talk about the deal again. Aha. You see?
Pivot.
I don't have to tell you what to do. I could give you an example of someone else, and that will make you do what I want you to do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And what do we call that?
Social proof.
Social proof close. Good job. Yep. So that's it. You've painted a picture of someone else that makes me not want to do what they did. Or I could tell you how someone else had been really successful at this, and then you'll think of yourself doing that same thing to see if it would work for you. Okay?
Have you had people go like, so even after doing that, have you had people still try to get out and want more for the trade?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, watch. So let's back into it now. Okay, that's fair. You know what? I can see that it might be a little weird selling my car outright. Then why don't you just give me enough for it, and then we can just trade it in right now. Go ahead, take over.
I understand, Andy, but we're a business here, and
I know you're a business. That's great.
if we buy the car, if we buy the car for $14,000, we're not going to have any money left in this car. So
Don't ever say the word money.
we're not going to have any more, not have any profit.
I don't know. Is your job to take care of me, or are you talking about making money?
My job's to take care of you.
We don't feel like you're taking care of me because you're talking about the business.
Okay. What should I say?
What are you holding in your hand?
Sword, pencil.
Why are you not using it?
Okay, so
No. I want you to. I want you to start over. Okay? And I'm going to give you one shot to close this. And if you can't close it, I'm going to close it straight up. I'm going to take that pen out of your hand. I'm going to crush it. But I'm going to tell you, the second I say that I want more for my trade-in, I want you to agree with me and say, I completely understand that. Let me show you how we arrived at the top value for your trade-in. I want you to go straight into it and give me your best shot. Ready? I want more for my trade-in.
I understand completely. Let me show you how I arrived at the top dollar for your trade-in.
Okay.
So, remember that scratch that we saw outside on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a little bit of body work that has to be done to your, to the left-hand side of your car. Needs 2 front tires. Remember when we did that the walkthrough of your vehicle?
Sure.
The 2 front tires need to be replaced. Plus, we do a 120-point inspection of the vehicle includes changing oil and a lot of things to do with the engine. So basically, that's how we came to $10,000.
But I think they're saying that's gonna cost $4,000? I want 14 for it. I mean, I get that it has a scratch. I know it needs tires, but $4,000?
Shit, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say.
Watch. Who's the expert?
Me.
Are you acting like an expert right now?
No.
That's the deal. Believability. Let me explain to you what negotiating is. Negotiating is a posture. Okay? It's the way that they see you. It's the way that they believe in you. Bulletproof confidence. Bulletproof. Do you have bulletproof confidence? Or did you just show me that you don't really know where to go and you don't believe in what you're saying?
I just showed you I didn't believe in what I was saying.
I would be okay with you going through this, and even if you didn't know where to go next, if you carried bulletproof confidence, we would be A-okay. You could probably still push through a lot of closes just by you believing, okay? Never show that you're not confident in what you're saying, okay? Which is why eye contact, posture. Notice, I'm going to square up here with you while I'm negotiating, okay? I'm not across the desk for a reason. This was pre-planned to be this way. Because if I can put my arms around you, I can help you think how I need you to think. Across the table, it's you versus me. Okay? That's why I would get like this. So I say, all right, let's go over this together. This is my sword, I teach you. This is how you write, this is what you use. You have to be deadly at writing. Every time you make a point, it's gotta be written. In a seated position, closing, everything is written. So, I'll go through it with you. All right, I got great news. $39,900 on the vehicle, $10,000 for your trade. We're going to be paying it off today. 72 payments, short-term financing, 7.99% at $689 a month. If you'll sign here, I'll get your new car cleaned up. You can say, hey, Andy, I want more for my trade. I say, I understand. What's the first thing we do? Anytime we get an objection, always agree. Watch. Number one, always agree. Okay? Number two, neutralize. You have to neutralize. Watch this. You gave me an objection. What did you say? I want more for my trade. What do I say? I understand. Let me show you how we arrived at the top figure for your trade-in. So, Mr. Customer, what we do when we talk about giving top dollar for customers' trade-ins, we do 4 steps. It's really important to us to ensure that we're getting you the most for your vehicle. Number one, we have a system, it's called Mannheim Auto Auction, okay? Your car has a 17-digit VIN number. We type that VIN number in, just like this. See this? We type in those 17 digits. What it does is that has showed us 30 other cars around the country that are identical to yours. Some of them are in fair shape, some of them are in good shape, and some of them are in great shape. Where do you rate your car's condition at? Where do you rate that?
Good.
Good, that's where we rated it. Awesome. You see that?
Yeah.
Now I'm working with you. Watch this. Give me a different answer. And where do you rate your car at?
Excellent.
Perfect, that's where we rated it at. Good job, we're on the same page. So we rated it as excellent, and what we do is out of those 30 cars, what we pulled up is $9,000 is what we can go purchase that car from at the auction. Now listen, I want to tell you something. I'm not trying to go buy your car at the auction, okay? But us giving you $10,000 for your car, that is $1,000 more than if we went and purchased it at the auction. So I know one thing, if other dealers can buy them for $9,000, when I go to price it, I'm automatically going to be a little higher. Now I want to share something with you. At the end of the day, we don't stop there. Secondly, we call 3 local dealers, okay? Let me explain what I mean. You have a Subaru that you're trading in, correct?
Correct.
Well, nobody knows what a Subaru is worth more than a Subaru dealership. So we called around my GM to the 3 of the local Subaru dealers, and guess what? They're willing to give $9,500, they said, if it's mint condition. Well, guess what? We know it needs the 2 front tires, and with the scratch, and after we told them that, they said they'd be willing to do $8,700 if they got to look at it first. Well, now I'm $1,200 higher than the 3 local dealers around us. But we don't stop there. Recondition. Let me ask you this. If your sister was here with us right now, or your daughter, and she was buying this car, would you want us to make it new for her and her family? Or would you want us to just go wash it up and put it on the lot for her?
Make it new.
Okay, so we have to do new 2 tires. Tires on these cars are about what, 150 a piece? There's $300, okay? We talk about that scratch and we have to do that body work to make it new, you know, to have it nice. Well, guess what? That's probably going to cost about another $300. And then at the end of the day, that back bumper back there that has to be replaced, we're going to order that plus have to paint it. That's going to be $600. And then also we're going to do a 127 point inspection, lube oil filter. Let's say that it needs nothing. That's still going to be $200 plus $100 in a detail. So if I do the math, and I'm not the best at it, but 600, 900, I mean, gosh, I'm looking at there, that's like let's just say $1,300 with the tires. Well, that $1,300 right there, even at the $10,000 mark, $1,300, I'm still gonna have $11,300 in it before I even let it, you know, go to the next customer. And then lastly, something that we really gauge is the time it takes to sell a vehicle like yours. Listen, I love your car and it's a great car. But you know what? Remember how you were telling me while you're trading it in that the back seat was a little bit too small? That's what all the consumers have to say with that car. Not that it's a bad car, it's just that the back seats are too small. So when someone comes up to come drive it, what happens is an average car like this sits for 90 days on our lot. Well, the average cost per holding a vehicle on our lot is $42 a day. If I took $42 times 90, that's a lot of money. That's money we have to pay the floor plan company to keep the car here. So here's what I'll tell you. Not only do we give you top dollar for your vehicle, but we check with the other local dealers. We check with Manheim Auto Auction. We are the highest. So at the $689 a month, giving you top dollar for your trade-in, we are paying it off today. If you'll sign here, I'll get your new car cleaned up. Go into it. Now watch. You say, Andy, listen, I appreciate all that. Okay? Now listen, did I defend the pencil? Yeah, it's right here. Look, see that? That's me. This was you. Look, I want to show you something. See this right here? This is what you wrote. No, but I want to show you something.
Yeah.
Now flip it over. That's a closer. Do you see anything here?
No.
Do you even know what that means?
No. Scratch the block.
Can you read that?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I walked you down. Okay.
Top dollar.
Top dollar for your trade-in, right? I started with top dollar for your trade-in. I started with the Manheim Auto Auction, 3 local dealers, reconditioning, and the time it takes to sell a vehicle like yours. And then immediately, didn't ask if you're okay with it. I said, so with that being said, Mr. Customer, at $689 a month, sign here. I'll get your new car cleaned up. And I always stick my hand out. You'll always watch. Do you see I do it every time?
Yeah.
I don't do this. Sign here. And I wait. No, I ain't doing that. It's a gentleman's agreement. We'll get to that in a minute. I pull my hand out, okay? So watch, anytime I make something, so at $39.9 and $10,000 for your trade, giving you top dollar for your vehicle at $689 a month, sir, I appreciate your business. And look, and I will aim it at your hand. I don't do this, I aim it. I'm actually reaching my hand out where it's inches away from yours, where I want you to actually just screw up and shake it on accident, and then I'm gonna do this. So watch, put it down. So $39.9 and $10,000 for your trade. We're giving you top dollar for your vehicle. I apologize, I forgot to ask you, when do you want to set your first payment due? Towards the beginning of the month, the middle of the month? Whatever's best for you, I'll set it up. And I appreciate your business. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can get a copy of your insurance verification. Is your insurance the one you're going to be using for in your new car?
Yes.
Yeah, notice I'm changing the subject?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not sticking to this anymore. I'm getting off this fast. That's how you do it. Don't sit here, okay? You know what I want you to do? I want you to see my confidence and my believability and say, I don't want to work numbers with this guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's sharp. He's good. He is more prepared to overcome objections than I am prepared to object. Yeah, I just won victoriously in this battle.
Yes.
Okay? Now watch this. They need to know that they had an opportunity to try for a better deal. That's what they care about inside. Listen, you think that guy ain't gonna take $10,000 for his trade? He's gonna take $10,000 for his trade. But guess what? He needs to know inside that he tried for 14. He has to know that he tried. You gotta understand something. Your customers wanna feel like they tried to get a better deal. They have to. You can make them feel bad when they do it, or you can make them feel good when they do it. But they're gonna try. So when they do, stay cool. Stay happy. Let them get it out of them. Sometimes they just gotta get it off their plate. You know how many times me and my wife will have an argument about something? and then 2 minutes later, we're fine. Sometimes we just got to get it out. They want to ask for a better deal. They want to. They don't have to have a better deal, but they want to ask for one. Let them ask. And when they ask, it's not a deal breaker. The only deal breaker is if you change your state. Do you really have more money to give me for my trade-in?
No.
Well, when I try you on, if you act like there is, you know what a sign that I can give you more money for your trade-in sounds like? Sounds like this. Tell me you want more for your trade-in.
Andy, I need more for my trade.
What did you think it was worth? Bam! Why the hell would I ask you, what do you think it's worth, right? Why would I ask you that if there was no more room? Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Think about it. If there's no more room, if your manager said, hey, I'm giving you $10,000 for your trade and not a penny more. Like I'm giving you $10,000 for your trade, not a penny more. If your customer don't take 10 grand, I ain't giving you another dollar. Get them out of here. How would you negotiate then?
Totally different.
Watch, tell me you want $10,000 for my trade. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I just talked to my boss. No ways. Let me show you how we arrived at the top value for your trade-in. Then you're gonna flip it over. Then you're gonna go through all this, and guess what's gonna happen? They're like, man, this guy's convinced, dude. Right?
Yeah.
But because that doesn't happen, your manager gives a number, you go into the deal, and what happens? They say, I want more for my trade, and you say, well, what did you think it was worth? Oh, shit, man. You just gave him the pin. Because listen, I'm going to tell you something. If you let me say 14 grand out of my mouth, can you take it back out?
No.
You know what you might accidentally do? You might accidentally force me to lie to you.
And that happens all the time.
Customers are liars. You know why they're liars? Because salesmen make them lie. I didn't really see cars that were priced at 14 grand. I just made it up. Because you put me on the spot.
Trying to emphasize.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought I should chime in, get a better deal. I didn't know if I should start with the price, the trade. I mean, I probably did some internet shopping already, so I think it's probably a fair price. So this is the first time I've heard a figure for my trade-in. Am I right?
Yeah.
So guess what? Why not say I need more there?
Don't know.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Don't even say that. Just turn it over.
Watch this.
And how that's how we arrived there. Yes.
Watch this. Tell me you want more for your trade. Hey, 39.9, 10,000, sign here.
Hey, Andy, there's no way I'm going to take that for my trade.
I understand. That's fair. Let me show you how we arrived at the top value for your vehicle.
Let me show her.
Did I ask you? Let me show you. I understand.
Understand.
That's fair.
That's fair. Let me show you how we arrived at the top value for your vehicle.
That's it. That's it. And you never get stuck saying anything stupid again. Right?
Yes.
You see how easy it is?
Yes.
I understand. That's fair. Let me show you how we have arrived at the top value for your vehicle. I flip the paper over. I don't talk about anything else. It seems like I know where I'm going. I have a plan, and I do have a plan. My plan is Manheim Auto Auction, number 1. Okay? 2, which is going to be what?
2 is going to be
3 local dealers.
3 local dealers, and then 3 is going to be the local Subaru dealership.
That's going to be 2. 1 is going to be auctions.
Auctions.
Okay. 2 are going to be local dealers. Okay. My GM's got buddies around town. He made a couple calls, right? And then 3 is going to be reconditioning, right? You wouldn't want me to sell it like this to your daughter if she was here, would you? No, you'd probably want me to get it ready for her, do some reconditioning, make sure it was safe, road tested, safety tested, fix those tires, fix that scratch. You know what I'm saying? Airbag lights on. I mean, you got to let me take care of that stuff to make it new for her and her family. Okay? Hey, you wouldn't pay full retail for a used car, would you? Of course you wouldn't. And we wouldn't expect you to, just like we can't expect the next person to. Boom, I can just start popping stuff off into you, and guess what? But number 4 is the time it takes to sell a vehicle like yours, okay? Listen, we don't pay cash for all these things. We put them on a floor plan. We pay $42 a day per day for every car that we hold on the lot. We have a tool that we pay a lot of money for, an expensive tool, that tells us when we trade for a car, what's the average time that we've had a car like that before on our lot. And that tool tells us that we've had this car before for 90 days in inventory. Well, 90 times $42 a day, I'm not the best at math, but that's like $3,800. That's what we pay in interest. Now look, could we get lucky and sell it faster? Sure, but we pay a lot of money for these tools that tell us we won't. Not because it's a bad car, and I'm not saying that you have a bad car, but remember how we were talking about the smaller back seats? People probably recognize that, okay? Bottom line is, that's why you're getting a new vehicle. You see?
Yes.
And watch how I close. So at the $39,900, watch this. Do not make this mistake. So at the $39,900 and $10,000 for your trade at 72 months, are you okay with us giving you $10,000 for your trade-in? Don't you dare ask them if they're okay with it. Okay? So at the $39,900, $10,000 for your trade at $689 a month. If you'll sign here, I'll get your new car cleaned up, and I appreciate you so much. And you know, when did you want to set your first payment due? I didn't even ask you, what insurance company are you going to be using? You know, I didn't even think about this. Who's the first person you're going to show your new vehicle to when you go home? Whatever it is, change the freaking subject.
I love it.
Okay? Don't talk about it again. Don't bring it up again. And you're done. Cool?
Amazing.
That's
That's
let you rest on that for a minute. Right? That's it, baby. Let you soak that up for just a second.
Hey, I'm gonna tell my sales manager, let's go ahead and let's go a little lower on the trade. So let's give him 8,000.
Hey, that's on your